get more out of giving.
Ma'am, I'll ask you a few questions regarding happiness. So whatever comes to your mind first, you just have to say that. Okay? So first question is, can you describe your typical routine which you use, like how much time you allocate to your personal life and how much time you allocate to your professional responsibilities?
So once I go back home, I just keep it in my mind कि मैं ऑफिस से रिलेटेड कोई काम नहीं करूँगी. दैट इज़ माई पर्सनल स्पेस देन. ठीक है, एक आध कोई फ़ोन कॉल उठाना, दैट इज़ अ डिफरेंट थिंग. अदरवाइज आई मेक इट अ कॉन्शियस डिसीजन दैट वो जो टाइम है ऑफिस से घर आने के बाद वो मेरा पर्सनल स्पेस है.
What strategies or like activities do you do like in daily life to increase your happiness or to which gives you happiness in general?
आई गेस रीडिंग बुक्स एंड टॉकिंग विद माई हस्बैंड. जो डे टू डे हमारी जो चैटिंग है, पूरे दिन क्या हुआ, वो मुझे बहुत खुश लगता है.
Ma'am, what is that one childhood activity that brought you happiness, which you wish you could still pursue today?
साइकिलिंग एंड आउटडोर गेम्स विद माई फ्रेंड्स. सो मेरा चाइल्डहुड कैंट एरिया में निकला है, तो वहाँ स्पेस की तो कुछ कमी होती नहीं थी, ना ही फ्रेंड्स की कमी होती थी. तो वो मेरा एक हैप्पी स्पेस है. अभी भी मैं सोच रही हूँ, आई फील गुड अबाउट इट.
Ma'am, since a lot of new students are actually trying to pursue teaching as a career, so what is that one advice that you would give them so that they can also maintain a level of happiness and like maintain a personal life also, a balance between professional and personal life.
Apart from knowledge, you should be compassionate about the students. ठीक है, आप स्टूडेंट्स झूठ तो बोलते हैं, मुझे पता है, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम ये कभी नहीं भूलना चाहिए कि वो भी एक ह्यूमन बीइंग है और उनकी भी लाइफ में बहुत सारे स्ट्रगल चल रहे होते हैं एज अ स्टूडेंट, स्पेशली आजकल के टाइम. तो उस चीज़ को ध्यान में रखें. और हैप्पीनेस मुझे लगता है अपने आप से भी आती है, द काइंड ऑफ पर्सन यू आर. अगर आपको छोटी छोटी चीज़ों में खुशी मिलती है, आप लोगों के साथ मिलकर कंपेनियनशिप में बिलीव करते हो, तो वो हैप्पीनेस का एक सोर्स हो सकता है अपने साथ अपने आप. तो स्टूडेंट के अगर वो चीज़ एक रैपो मेंटेन करके रखोगे, पूरे टाइम चिल्लाने के अलावा थोड़ा प्यार से भी बात कर लोगे, तो वो भी एक हैप्पीनेस का होगा. आप हैप्पी रहोगे तो आई गेस वो चीज़ कम्युनिकेट भी होती है और ट्रांसफर भी होती है फ्रॉम वन पर्सन टू. एक स्माइल ही कर दो एक बच्चे को देखकर, तो आई गेस वो भी काफ़ी है उसके लिए.
Just trying to put my best efforts to maintain the equilibrium state between the work and the family. Though for all the members in this civilized society, family is first. But just to cater the needs of family, we need to work. So there is a need to make a balance between the profession and that's the only inspiration for me to just make money.
So don't you miss them usually, like when you get too stressed or you think like work is getting too hectic? Don't you just feel like I should just go home, maybe sleep, spend some time with my kids, watch a movie, eat good food?
Sometimes I feel so, but there are certain restrictions whenever you are working. So as we are working in a 5-day week mode, so things are getting balanced and managed.
Okay, so sir, where are you from? UP. So you spent your entire childhood in Uttar Pradesh. So what is that one childhood memory of yours that still makes you smile when you think of that? Acha, I used to do this. I used to play games with my friends, or I used to do a certain activity when I was a kid, or while I was growing up as a teenager. And you still like to do that thing, but you just do not have the time, or you don't think that I'm in a certain age where I can't do it, but you absolutely used to love it. So what is that one thing that if you get the time, you would still love to do it?
Basically, when I just try to converse with my childs, so I just try to converse that just focus more and more studies with your child. When I was kid, social media was not there, video games were not so prevalent in our life, or you can say they are not dominating us. The TV channels are few. So most of our time, whenever we are not in school, we are not in studies, we are spending our time with our friends. So since beginning to my graduation, the friend circle plays a very important role in our life to make us happy and civilized.
Sir, while growing up, who do you think you were more close to, your father or your mother?
In comparison to father and mother, obviously mother.
Okay. So, what is that one particular memory of your childhood or any pastime that you have with your mother that still makes you smile? And when you think that life is getting too hectic, you are not getting chance to go to family gatherings or meet your family very often, what is that one thing that often comes to your head?
Whenever we were kid in the schooling, basically we wait for the summer vacations. In the summers, we used to go to our village and just enjoy the life in the village. And we were enjoy the so-called freedom for a month. And with our cousins and cousins and the friends in our village. So these are the fun memories of ours.
Okay. Sir, I have one a little strong opinionated question. Like, what strategies or activities do you engage in to maintain your happiness and well-being?
I strongly believe whenever you are working in anything, then you just be focused and do all your job, work, or whatever you are doing wholeheartedly. Whatever you are doing, maybe sports, it may be any kind of job, it may be any kind of work, it may be any kind of service, it may be paid, it may be free, but give your 100% and just try to love it.
Sir, what is that one suggestion that you would like to give our viewers, students, your kids in your family, and in general, just children who are growing up in a very rebel environment that we have today, social media or colleges or the culture, usually the culture that we're surrounded with. What is that one suggestion you would like to give to our viewers that you think would actually give them happiness rather than the pretentious happiness that they create on social media? Because we know that we live in a generation where every other 16-year or 17-year-old has or dealing with anxiety or depression. So you see them on social media and they're extremely happy about it. When in reality we know they're pretending. So what is that one suggestion you would like to give to them that would actually make them happy rather than pretending?
Basically, nowadays children are just growing much faster than us. I feel that whenever I was in 10th, 11th, or 12th, then I just have some senses about the social life also. Relationship with the neighbors, relationship with the family or friends also. But nowadays, as the children are not going out much just because of various reasons are there, it may be safety, it may be security, it may be environment and so on. So kids are basically getting surrounded in the family environment only. So they are not just going holistically, spiritually, physically also, and they are not getting knowledge of society. That's why parents sometimes are more concerned about the safety, security and so on. So just their development is very much focused. Sometimes it is as the parents want. Sometimes as the parents don't want through the social media. Nowadays our lives, even parents and the kids or the children are mainly dominated by the social media. If you are not using the social media, Instagram, Facebook or so many platforms are there, then you will be considered that you are a backward kind of individual or you are just a small town boy or girl. So in this peer pressure, students or the children are even growing faster. Growing in terms of that they at the age of 12 or 13, they are just trying to behaving like adolescent, 15, 16, 17 or 18s. That is why you will find that crime rate at the age of 11, 12, 13, or sometimes it is sexual crime is just getting increased just because of whenever they are using the social media. So sometimes they are just getting the access of the material which is not meant for them, and there are no certain restrictions, such as you can take the example of internet TV, OTT, where there is no restrictions. So all kind of content is available for all, and there is no limitations of 10 plus, 11 plus, 13 plus. There is a censorship policy for the movies. There are certain censorship policy for the TV, but for the OTT, which is nowadays easily available on mobile phone and on our house, where parental guidance is required, but not available just because of all are busy. And kids are also not interested to take the parental advice. So they are just trying to maintain their growing age through social media only. So sometimes there is a culture of nuclear family, and there is a culture of social media influenced. Somehow kids are not growing as we were at the time, means through the physical sports or physical activities.
Okay, sir, one last question before we jump to a rapid fire round. What is that one thing that makes you happy? Like you just love to do it. It makes you happy.
It may be anything. It may be watching movie, it may be watching TV, it may be a good novel or storybook, or it may be just a short or long sitting with the friends, old friends. So there is no specific choice that it will make happen.
Okay, so now we would like to conclude this interview with our rapid fire round, obviously, because we all love our rapid fire round. So, sir, I will ask you 3 to 4 quick questions, and you have to answer whatever that one word comes to your mind. Immediate. Okay. What is your favorite go-to song?
It may be many, but nowadays I just prefer to hear the ghazals, and one of the most favorite nowadays for me is Ghulam Ali.
Okay. What is that one ghazal that you love of Ghulam Ali? We all love Ghulam Ali, but still.
That is Chupke Chupke Raat Mein Na Suna.
Subhanallah, yaad hai.
That is the most favorite, most
Okay.
popular ghazal of Ghulam Ali.
Okay. What is your one go-to favorite movie of all time? Bollywood and Hollywood. One each.
It was the Sholay and the Jurassic Park.
Old school. Very good. Your favorite dish that you absolutely love to order whenever you go out to eat?
It's a dal roti chawal.
You go out and order dal, roti, kadi chawal. No non-veg. You do not like non-veg. Or you're a vegetarian.
I'm pure vegetarian.
You're pure vegetarian. Okay, that is something new. Okay, last question, quick. What is your favorite book to read? Or used to read?
I usually try to learn and understand the book in months. So, Amish Tripathi, I just follow nowadays Amish Tripathi, that Shiva trilogy and the 4 books of series Rama.
Wow, that is something to be happy about. It is extremely strong opinionated movie and books. Okay, so thank you so much for your time, sir.
If you really, really want to become happy, happiness is not about having things, but being happy without having anything in life. Can you be that? It does not really also mean that I have to shun my bhautik jivan or material life. If you have the ability to make million, go ahead and make 10 million. There is nothing wrong in making money. But for few minutes, say thank you, close your eyes and try to experience that deity, that Atman that has been giving us life.
Shilpa ma'am, what time do you come to college?
Usually I come between 9:15 in the morning.
And by what time do you leave the college?
These days, this semester, after 6:15, 6:30, some or the other work crop up. So yeah,
So when
I
you that you reach home by 7:30, 7.
7, yeah.
Do you think that you get enough time for yourself or to give enough time to your family or friends? Whatever
Family, friends during weekdays, no, it's not possible. But however, I keep weekends for my family and friends.
How do you keep yourself stress-free and happy, like actually happy from within with this hectic schedule and college work?
Shivi, this is a very subjective question that how you keep yourself happy. Happy is just a state of mind, and happiness, what we've been doing is we are looking happiness outside, but it is within yourself. You may say that how I keep myself stress-free, that will be the reason. So music, I think, is the biggest source of de-stressing yourself. So I am very fond of music. So when I'm going out, my music in my car is like too loud. So yes, cooking is they all are therapies. So teaching used to be at one point in time used to be an exercise. People used to think it is stress free. No, there are a lot of things apart from teaching. You are doing simultaneously. I'm just right now I'm pursuing my PhD. So there is always work, pending work, lined up work, deadlines to be met. So yeah, time management is the skill, and music, time management is the skill for all the catering to all these requirements. Apart from that, when I go back home, music, a little bit of cooking, or just a drive, all these things.
Okay, it could be a very confusing question, but in reality, within yourself, I want you to answer. How do you think you take yourself? Like, are you actually a very happy person, or when you're sitting alone, when you're thinking about life in yourself in your free time, do you think you're actually sad? Because a lot of people in reality are sad, but they just pretend to be happy so that the other person cares.
No, I would be anything, but I'm not a sad person.
Okay.
Yes, there are challenges that life will throw at you. So that's what I think my quality is. I am brutally an optimistic person. Yes, I believe a destiny-oriented person. I believe in that karmic cycle. So what happens for good. But at the same time, we are but human beings. So yes, you have complaints, grievances with life. But there's no point in crying all the time. So I never cry. That's one of my quality related to materialistic aspects. I may be cribbing for I'm not able to manage my time, or there is a lot of work here and things etc. where people who are working would often complain of. But as far as happiness is concerned or a sad, no, I am not a melancholic person. I am a very happy, chirpy, talkative person. That is one of the mechanisms where I am able to de-stress myself. You speak out your mind, you speak out loud, you talk to people. That is very, that's a therapy. That's what I have realized, that that's a therapy, and that's the way I live my life.
I mean, you being a cheerful person, what
Yeah,
we
I
actually
keep on laughing.
You should
I keep
laugh.
on laughing loud, sarcasm, wittiness, and one-liners. I think I'm very good at
I think
throwing those one-liners.
I think
So that's the mechanism that I have made myself generated.
I mean, I think you inspire a lot of people by being just so happy in this stressful environment, like where everyone is living. I have a lot of classes, I have lots of work, and Shilpa I was just being free, and she's just happy, and she's just dancing here and there.
It's not that I am not stressed. Of course, I'm stressed, but every person has a story to tell. I mean, I am not very judgmental about anyone around me. Everyone has a story and everybody is struggling through some or the other aspect of life. So all we need is a little compassion and being kind towards each other. That's what I feel. Maybe that that person is not related to me, but whatsoever the case is, if you are a little kind and compassionate, if you say hi, hello, how are you, how was your day, I think that's it. You cross a person, just a little smile is enough. I mean, everybody is preoccupied, thinking caps on, overthinking what will, even you are in your 9th semester and you're thinking, okay, after this project I have, assignments lined up and there's so many things to do, there's so many things to do, and then what is there in future for me? What am I going to do? I'm sure you are in that stage of life that you keep on contemplating that what after all. So everybody here, if you think that they do not have, I would not say problems, but things that they are constantly working towards. No, that's not the case. Everybody has a story to tell, or a struggle that just got over, or he's getting into some struggle. But let's not take struggle as struggle. This is life. If it is simple, it is not life, and if it is with all these impediments, it is life.
Now it's time for a rapid fire round. We'll ask you 3 to 4 questions. I'll ask you 3 questions and you have to answer that one word that immediately comes to your mind. Okay? So shall we start?
Okay.
What is your favorite song?
This is movie Sadma and Zindagi Gale Lagane I love that.
Okay, what is your favorite go-to movie?
Go to DDLJ.
Okay. Can you do one impression of any of the character? Like, quickly for us.
Any character? Okay. Chak Simran ji. Okay. Amrish Puri. Oh my God, such an amazing actor he was.
जीवन में आप खुश कैसे रहते हो? जैसे आप अपने घर में रहते हो, फिर आप नौकरी करने के लिए कॉलेज जाते हो, सुबह घर में आप खाना बनाते होगे, बच्चों को स्कूल पढ़ाते होगे, तो होता है ना कि कभी लाइफ में इंसान बहुत स्ट्रेस लेने लगता है, टेंशन बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाती है, सर दर्द होता है, इंसान थक जाता है, तो खुश नहीं रह पाते हैं जीवन में। आप सुबह ऑफिस आते हो, अपने घर जाते हो, आप कैसे मैनेज करते हो? परिवार को आप कैसे समय देते हो? आप ऑफिस कैसे मैनेज करते हो, नौकरी आपकी?
जैसे अब हम जो परिवार को उठते हैं, पहले बच्चन को टॉयलेट कराने जाते हैं, फिर उन्हें मंजन हाथ साबुन से धुआते, कुल्ला करवा के फिर नहवा के स्कूल भेजते हैं। इसके बाद अपना नहा लो के खाना उन्हें लंच बांध के यहाँ आते हैं।
तो आप कितने बजे तक आ जाते हो यहाँ नौकरी करने?
8 बजे आ जाते हैं।
अब 8 बजे आ जाते हो?
हाँ।
तो सुबह?
हाँ।
आप ये बताओ कि जब आपको टेंशन होता है, ऐसे आपको लगता है कि घर में काम बहुत है, कॉलेज में काम बहुत है, अच्छा खुश रहने के लिए आप क्या करते हो?
खुश रहने के लिए फिर जब टेंशन होती तो फिर टेंशन ही रहती है, आप लोग मिल जाते हैं, आप दूसरा कोई जैसे कॉलेज में तो
सही हो जाता है। ऐसा होता होगा ना कि खुश रहने के लिए आपको खाना बहुत पसंद होगा, या कोई पिक्चर बहुत पसंद होगी?
हाँ, यही चीज़ है।
आपको सबसे ज़्यादा पसंद क्या है खाने का? मतलब वो क्या ना पसंद यार आज ये खाने का मन कर रहा है, चलते हैं खाने के लिए।
अरे खाने में तो अपना मन का है, देखो बेटी, ये इच्छा की बात है, जो आपको अच्छा लगता है।
आप बाहर जाते हो तो आप क्या खाते हो? लाइक आपको बहुत कुछ अच्छा लगता है?
बाहर जाते हैं तो जैसे बहुत कुछ, बाहर बहुत लोग हैं, कई गोलगप्पे खाते हैं, अब कोई अपने जैसे मिर्चा पकौड़ी खाते हैं, जैसे ही समोसे यही खाते हैं।
और आप पिक्चर देखते हो?
पिक्चर जैसे लड़का बच्चा मुझे दिखाते थे तो देखते हैं, मेरे बच्चा देते नहीं है।
तो आप ये बताओ कि आपको कोई बहुत पसंदीदा एक्टर है?
हाँ।
बहुत नहीं, ये एक्टर है बहुत पसंद है आपको?
जैसे पता है, अब पसंद तो हर बात होती है। अब जैसे आप लोग हो, अब तुम्हारे महल के हम लोग दोनों हैं,
आपकी ऐसी कोई बचपन की याद है? आप कहाँ से हो?
हमसे जानते हैं।
अच्छा, तो आपका बचपन वहीं बीता है?
बचपन कहाँ भी, हम तो अभी 1 साल रहे तो
नहीं, आप बचपन में कहाँ रहते?
बचपन में तो पहले तो भाई अपने शाहजहांपुर जिला रहते रहे।
तो आपको ऐसा कुछ लगता है कि आपकी बचपन की कोई याद है जो आप आज भी सोचते हो तो एकदम हंस पड़ते हो, खुश हो जाते हो?
बचपन की तो आज जैसे खुशी तो आ ही जाती बचपन में है, कोई में से कोई याद आ जाती है, कोई माँ बाप की बाजे रहा भाई बंद की और कोई सहेली की तो बाजे रहा हंसी आ जाती है।
ठीक है दीदी, थैंक यू सो मच। तो टेल मी समथिंग, वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम?
I am from Noida and I'm born and brought up here. Schooling, education, college, everything is done here.
So you're in college right now?
Yes.
Okay, which year?
Final year law student, 5th year.
Law. Sounds tough. तो मुझे ये बताओ आंटी कि ऑफिस जाती हो? ऑफिस जाना आना काफी हेक्टिक होता होगा बिकॉज वी ऑल लिव इन द सेम सिटी, वी नो हाउ द ट्रैफिक इज।
Yeah.
बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग होता है। जब तुम घर से ऑफिस जा रही होती हो, डू यू लिसन टू सॉन्ग्स?
Yes, I do.
डज इट मेक यू हैप्पी?
Probably I would say वो मेरे डे का बेस्ट पार्ट होता है जब मैं मॉर्निंग में कॉलेज, घर से कॉलेज या कॉलेज से जब ऑफिस जा रही होती हूँ. So I make a playlist. I sit before I even start driving. I sit down for 5 minutes. I make my playlist and then I start driving because अगर कोई ऐसा सॉन्ग आ गया बीच में जो मुझे नहीं सुना तो मेरा मूड ऑफ हो जाता है, तो मैं क्यूरेट करके रखती हूँ पहले से ताकि ड्राइव करते टाइम मेरा मूड सही रहे और म्यूजिक अच्छा बजता है.
व्हाट इज लाइक योर गो टू सॉन्ग जो एवरी डे इट इज देयर इन योर प्लेलिस्ट?
यूजुअली मैं सिर्फ बॉलीवुड सुनती हूँ, मोस्टली एनी बॉलीवुड सॉन्ग, बट मेरे मूड पे डिपेंड करता है. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैं थोड़े ऑफ मूड के साथ उठी तो फिर मैं बहुत ही एनर्जेटिक पावर पैक बॉलीवुड सुनूंगी. इफ़ आई एम लेट्स से इन एन ओकेश मूड, थोड़ी काम ब्रीजी मूड में हूँ तो फिर मैं स्लो बॉलीवुड. अदरवाइज आई वुड लव टू लिसन टू अ लॉट ऑफ कोल्डप्ले, वैंकूवर स्लीप क्लिनिक एंड टेलर स्विफ्ट. तो ये मेरे गो टू आर्टिस्ट, यूजुअली ये मेरी प्लेलिस्ट में होता है.
Okay, all right. So when you go to office, when you reach your office and you are stacked with lots and lots of work, तो होता होगा कि by the time the clock hits 2, you're frustrated and you just want to sleep or go home. What do you do then? How do you manage that stress?
So I have this. I don't. It's a guilty pleasure. You can call it somewhat of an addiction, but मुझे बहुत relaxing feel होता है इसके बाद. So for example, if I'm in a situation जब there's too much work and मैं थोड़ी stress out हो रही हूँ, let's say मेरे को बहुत अंदर से urge है like कि सोना है. So what I do, मैं 10 minutes का एक ब्रेक लेती हूँ. मैं अपने फ़ोन में गेम खोलती हूँ कॉल रॉयल मैच, और मैं जब तक मेरी लाइफ्स ख़त्म नहीं होती मैं तब तक वो खेलती रहती हूँ. मेरे को अगर मतलब इट्स लाइक अ रिलीज, मतलब मिड डे वर्क रिलीज, बिकॉज इन दैट मोमेंट इन दैट एरिया दैट्स द ओनली टाइप ऑफ रिलीज आई कैन गेट. आई कांट गो आउट और आई कांट गो होम और आई कांट टेक अ नैप एट होम. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई डू.
Okay. So Monty, I know this is a very that type of question which people do not want to answer, but what's your age?
I'm 22.
You're 22. Okay, so can you recall any childhood memory of yours that when you think of it, it makes you happy and it kind of also makes you sad that you're not able to do that activity because of your age or because of your just circle and hectic life. So what is that one particular childhood activity that you would still want to continue?
Okay, so I remember जब मैं बचपन से I have been dancing. I used to take classes. I used to learn Kathak. I used to do classical in school. And as I grew older, I started taking Western dance classes, contemporary jazz. But जब से college शुरू हुआ with work and then the pandemic happened. Actually, rather than the pandemic, I was very active in dancing. Since the pandemic and जब से college शुरू हुआ है, I haven't gotten time to devote towards dancing. I'm not able to take classes. I can't. I'm not able to step out of the house as much because when I get back home, I'm very tired and it's usually very late. So that's one thing. And second, मैं बचपन में baking classes लेती थी. So every summer vacations, I used to take this baking class of this auntie in my society. And तो वो ऐसे 2 weeks लगातार होती थी, तो वो बहुत amazing होता था. वो मैं नहीं कर पाती हूँ summer vacation because internship work.
So that is something you wish that you could still do.
Yes.
Okay, that's like baking and dancing.
Baking and cooking in general.
Cooking in general, right? So I just have one last question. I won't take much of your time. What strategies or activities do you engage in to maintain your happiness and well-being?
Okay, so my routine can get very hectic. I attend classes in the morning and then from college I go to office. So कभी कभार क्या होता है जब मैं ऑफिस से वापस आ रही होती हूँ, the usual traffic, it takes me an hour and a half or 2 hours to reach home sometimes. So मैं बहुत frustrated होती हूँ जब मैं घर आती हूँ because I'm extremely tired, I'm hungry, I'm sleepy. So मैं alternate करती हूँ. जब घर आके अगर जैसे
फिजिकली एग्जॉस्टेड फील हो रहा है तो मैं बैठ के बिंज वॉच करूँगी. आई हैव अ कपल ऑफ सेट शोज जो मैं वही देखती रहती हूँ ऑल ईयर राउंड. आई वॉच ग्रेज एनाटॉमी अ लॉट, आई रीवॉच फ्रेंड्स, आई वॉच मॉडर्न फैमिली. अगर मैं फिजिकली एग्जॉस्टेड हूँ सो आई go for binge watching. If I am, let's say, not in a nice mood, so I will ask my mom to not make anything for me for dinner. I go and cook myself. I will make something whatever I feel like eating, which is usually I like to cook a lot of Pan Asian food. I experiment with a different, a lot of ramen recipes. So I do that. So I do that. And sometimes, अगर let's say मैं relatively जल्दी घर आ गई, so I call up my friends. I go down for a walk, and अगर नहीं है कुछ ऐसा तो मैं अपनी मॉम के साथ हैंग आउट करती हूँ. गो आउट फॉर अ ड्राइव, हम आइसक्रीम खाने चले जाते हैं. सो वो मैं कोशिश करती हूँ कि एवरी डे आई डू समथिंग आफ्टर कमिंग बैक फ्रॉम वर्क, कि समथिंग विच इज़ फॉर मी. एंड मैं वापस घर आती फिर से काम पढ़ाई में ना घुस जाऊँ. सो दिस इज़, ये डेली में रहता है. एवरी डे ये ऐसा छोटी छोटी कुछ चीज़ मैं करती हूँ.
Okay, thank you so much, Monty.
Okay, so our next interviewee is Rupendra sir. He is a professor at the Law Department, Amity Law School, Noida. The first question, which is a very basic question, how do you manage your work life and office life?
I don't plan anything. Whenever the work comes, I just give the priority to the work, and whenever the family obligations comes, I give the priority.
Okay.
There is no some ready-made formula which I have made it that I need to do this thing and that. So it depends. When the task comes, automatically things get prioritized.
So at what time do you come to college?
I come around 9:50, 9 o'clock.
And by what time you reach home?
Around 6:30.
6:30. And can you tell me by what time do you sleep usually on weekdays?
11:30, 12.
So you only give like 6 to 7 hours to your family. Do you think that's enough?
Honestly, I don't give that 6 to 7 hours to the family also.
Okay, so
It is only a reaches to the, there is a lot of other things which you need to do.
So what do you usually do when you go back home?
It's not necessary that I need to give totally the time to the family. There's a lot of work, market, with the moment you stay in an independent house, a lot of maintenance and other types of things, which keeps on coming. Societal obligations are there. You have to meet the persons. People will come to you.
How do you justify your personality? Like, are you usually a very happy person, or do you think that at times you feel like you're actually in reality a sad person?
Actually, I've never explored this question.
And that's just human behavior. You must have noticed this about yourself.
People will notice it. Why I'll notice this thing? I'm a happy or a sad person. But people need to notice the same.
So what do you do to keep yourself happy?
Listening music.
What kind of music?
Majorly, I'm into the Sufi, poetries, and time pass. Anything by which I can do my time pass, that makes me happy.
Okay, tell me something. Everyone has a particular childhood memory of theirs, even when they're working or having the time of their lives in their 30s or 40s, whatever age they are. They still sit and think of their childhood. कि हाँ कभी ये किया करते थे दोस्तों के साथ, या ये कभी गाँव गए तो कभी ये किया, कभी इस शहर में रहे तो ये किया. What is that particular childhood memory of yours that you know you used to do this particular activity as a child? You loved it and you still do, but you just do not have the time to do it again. What is that one thing that if you get the time you would love to do again?
I used to play the cricket. Now I don't have the friends that I can play the cricket. That's many times I miss. Because obviously office obligations 9 to 5 reaches 7. You don't have that daylight. Weekends you have the other obligation. Moreover, you don't have friends. So I believe those outside sports activities certainly that.
Okay, how do you deal with stress and anxiety?
जो बोले सोने हाँ, सस्ता का.
Okay, sir, so this pushes us to our rapid fire round. I'm going to ask you 3 quick questions and just answer whatever comes to your mind first.
I believe your previous questions were also very quick.
It was quick because I do not want to take much of your time because of your hectic schedule, as
Yes,
you said,
yes.
9 to 5. what is your go-to song? That one comfort song that you listen to every single day.
तुम्हारे साथ श्री रघुनाथ के किस बात की चिंता?
What is that one go-to movie that you absolutely love?
Absolutely no. Gulal.
Kulal is your comfort movie. Okay, very strong choice. And what is that one particular dish that you absolutely love and would eat every single day if you could?
That's not possible.
Why?
I can't eat, I know, this regularly on all the days. That's
Why?
not,
Everybody goes for dal, chawal and sabzi, na?
not for every day also.
Okay, then name that one particular dish that you do not eat regularly but you absolutely love.
That is our channel.
Dal chawal, not non-veg or anything.
No.
Okay,
Dal chawal.
thank you so much for being here.